I had to make a follow-up video to the last one. There was more I intended to say, and then the message sort of just flowed. Basically, just to stop worrying. I happened to see a post on our group on Facebook. It sort of read on the lines of, "I'm paranoid about getting this jab." Well, that's your inner knowing telling you. But if you're feeling paranoid, you're just generating more of that feeling. Listen to that inner voice. It's telling you, for a reason, not to have it. This reality is the realm of death. It is the past, therefore it is yesterday. It is the jester's day, and the jester will have his day with you by trickery. That's all it is. It is just purely and simply trickery upon you. There's two meanings to the word tears. One is an emotional response. It can be tears of joy, it can be tears of sadness. The other type of tears has I in it. I as in you and me. Those tears are those chakras, those energy centers. When they're switched on, they form a tear. But just look at what this reality gets you to do. You volunteer. Voll is full. Untiered. You're fully untiered. Your chakras are switched off. Because you've not been open-minded and allowed that energy to flow, to allow that inner voice rise up. That's only something you can do. But how much of yourself you want to give away to this external world and volunteer anything. And I would think very carefully about what you volunteer to the system. It's all about getting you to fill in forms. After all, well, do we not have a form that we have already filled in? Is that not enough? Because you don't have to go looking. So many people want to run away to somewhere else, but inside you is still going to be the same, no matter where you geographically go. You cannot escape yourself. But you can make it easier on yourself. So going back to transplants, and some people say, yes, but it saves lives. Well, yes, and yes, there has been some marvels in allowing things to happen, but you're muddling and matching DNA in doing so. It's not as originally created. But don't even bother chasing back down that history route, because all diseases are unnatural. They are concocted by a very sadistic mindset, that old problem, reaction, solution. That's also being played out. That final solution goes through the eye of a needle. It's prescribed, it's predetermined. But you voluntarily give your power away if you are hoodwinked by snake oil salesmen. But do what you want. on your head, be it at your peril, be it. Because it will appear ill. You will appear ill very soon from the growing number of testimonies of people with family members who've had this very thing happen. But of course, it's all kept very hush-hush because it doesn't fit with the narrative that the system wishes to present. It's not a very welcomed present. It's just a piece of theatre. Meaningless external shite to keep you in a state of fear, to alter that, cause that disharmony, to cause that dis-ease within you. It starts with the mind, from what you take in, and then you inflict it upon yourself. That's saying about we are our own worst enemies. That's exactly right. It is all of our own making, but it can also be of our own creating. Whether you want to put a positive aspect on that or a negative aspect on that and what you want to create, that's your free will again. But ultimately, it's what can you do for you? Or you can look outward for someone to come and save you, or something to come and save you. But you'll be in this anonymous queue and waiting for a very, very long time. But the aspect that is rolling all this out, like anything narcissistic, and at that level, it will reflect out its inner turmoil. That is what is being shown to you. Being the accuser, pointing the finger, you've got a Holy Trinity pointing back at you. What the media presents is an internal chaos of this control system as it starts or continues to sort of fall. The inner voice is growing in so many, and when the inner voice grows in so many, it becomes a chorus, a core of us. Could sound like a trumpet. It could bring down the walls of Jericho, you could say. The Tower of Babel. Funny enough, like TV masts and whatnot. We're interested in for some very entertaining and entertaining. That thing about being about Christ and the hosts, well, these vessels are the hosts for the spirit that you are within that vessel that you think is you. These are just shells, these are just avatars that go with this reality. They're just a way for you to move around and experience and enjoy. Set against a contrast that is giving you a very material, fake version. But spend your time out in that. Entirely up to you. That's the long route home. Go with the heart bypass in the spiritual sense. The mind and heart, the father and the mother. It allows creation of the Son, your own Holy Trinity within inside you. It's where it's been all along. It's always the last place we look, isn't it? Whether it be car keys or whatever. But there are little hints, all these little things. Think back to when you couldn't find your purse or your wallet or your mobile phone or all these material essential things that you need to play in this system. I hear the bells. The local sort of ice cream van come, sort of essential supplies, Very good, actually. Nice to see an independent trader is still out there. But lost my train of thought completely now. But that's the way it goes. Just go with the flow. But it's what you allow. It's not wrong to feel emotions. It's right to feel emotions. It's right to feel all these emotions. But it's when those emotions take control and you're not master of those emotions. Things run amok. But we don't have to be like that. Yes, anyway, yes, that scenario. Remember how it feels when you, that panic when you can't find those car keys or your mobile phone. And it's always the last place you look. Well, that, although it might seem as something bad at the time, it's just a lesson in life after all. Because it's showing you quite clearly, the last place you look is where you're going to find it. So while you're looking externally for something to come and save you, be it little green men, great dummies in the sky or whatever, any false idol, any fake god, spirit, whatever, you won't find it there. There's only one place you'll find it. That's within you. But enjoy your free will and do whatever feels right. But listen to that internal gut feeling. That is your one true guide. And that is individual to you. Ta-ta for now.